back at the first half of this Group B opener at the Africa Under-20 Cup of Nations. The Sharifian anthem in Kenya and Morocco. Oh, big mistake at the back from young Bernard Oyure, not pounced upon. It's floated into the middle and onto the head of Lawrence Okoth. Kenya's first ever goal at the Under-20 Afcon goes to Lawrence Okoth, who breaks the deadlock here in just over a quarter of an hour. Another free kick and into the side netting. Had a few in the stands and maybe even a couple on the pitch. Fooled there as that hit the stanchion, the back of the net. Sayuani into the middle. Zabiri battling for it, and that's El Haddad, and Zabiri will turn it in. Flag stays down, but the referee has pointed for a free kick. Without the moment of contact between the goal scorer Zabiri in the build-up and the Kenyan captain, Amos Wanjala. VAR getting involved here. Checking this, whether it's worthy of a second look. And it is indeed. Over to a pitch side monitor. Heads Akona Makalima. And the goal is reinstated. Late on in the first half, Yasser Zabiri cancels out the Kenyan opener. Great tenacity from El Haddad. Zabiri gets his goal this time. Half-time score will be 1 apiece. Zabiri scoring in the final minute of the first half. Actually ruled out for a foul in the build-up, which VAR recommended that the referee have another look at. She did so and reinstated the goal. So 1-1 at the halfway point. Hamid Aid Boudlal injured. Hamza Koutoun replacing him. So too now Hassan Beja brought on for the second half. Changes deemed necessary by Mohamed Ouabi. See if they have the desired effect as we get back underway. With 45 minutes to play in Cairo. Kenya produced in the first half on occasion. Had a numerical advantage there, I think it was 4-on-3 as they broke into the box. Kibet was actually better placed than Okoth, but Kenya's scorer unaware. Of course, centre forward always looked to himself, and that could be the case here, and it is. Yasser Zabiri grabs his and his side second. He stayed down though in the aftermath. At what cost? A second goal for Morocco. From one end to the other, missed by Colin Zongu. This time it was a costly mistake. Mama kept it in. Beat Ongu a second time for good measure, and a third. Lifted it into the danger area. And it was Zabiri who got his head to it. But then got his head to Amos Wanjala as well. Those two colliding once again in the build-up to a goal. This time, referee didn't blow for a free kick. Collided with the post as well in the aftermath. Yes, here's Abiri, but it seems to be his ankle that's caused him the issue. Right ankle as he landed. He's currently waiting in the middle. Chianocchie tries to trick his way past Zayuani. He's going to drop here for Beja. And just like that, Kenya restore the draw. Parity restored. Parity restored by Hassan Beja. You wondered if this game was about to get away from Kenya. Morocco completing the turnaround in the space of 10 minutes of play. But they have turned the tide here. Brilliant play, chested out by Wangaya. Kibet bringing it across and then leaving it for Beja in a better position, who fired that beyond Ben Schausch and made it 2-2 here in Cairo. Flipping brilliant. Sent forwards by Esadak. Here's Mama. Quick change of pace again, it's into the middle. That's a pretty nasty collision. One though, which has seemingly resulted in the third goal. Yes, it will. The referee's whistle, the players turn round, but they're still celebrating. Kenya are protesting. Kiss for the badge. Kiss into a largely empty net. Let's watch it back here. Mama at the drop of the shoulder. There's the moment the VAR will check over for the unerring finish from Lalawi. Kenyan players standing still, protesting. They're all signalling for VAR. Will VAR have anything to say about this one? Reinstated Morocco's first goal. Could they cancel out their third? For now, the Moroccan fans celebrate. Of Ben Schausch and his upright denies Kenya. Here was Kibet with the initial header. That was on a platter. And suddenly, Kenya go from potentially equalising to potentially 2 goals down as the referee has pointed to the spot. Mama finding a way past Baranocci, who's had a rough 10 minutes or so and was asking for trouble there. The handful of the Morocco number 7 shirt. Both arms around him. Clumsy combination as well. With that collision between the two players' legs, as well as all that grappling but all that put behind him as he represents his country at the under-20 Afcon. Puff of his cheeks to steady the nerves. Saved by Bernardo Uri. He's had an up and down evening, Otman Mama. Assist to his name. Moments of great skill, moments of great frustration. That's certainly the latter. Bernardo Uri gets right and held on to the ball for good measure. That glimmer of hope remains for Kenya. Energy has gone out of this catch. 97 minutes are up. And indeed, There is the final whistle. Despite missing a late penalty, Morocco hold on. 3-2, the final score. In a fascinating first Group B meeting between Kenya and Morocco. Kenya led early on. Late equaliser in the first half for Sabiri. He added his second with his final touch of his game. Sadly, stretched off immediately after. Hassan Beja levelled things back up. A little over 5 minutes later, Reda Lalawi produced the fifth and final goal.